If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel before the video starts. On a distant planet, far beyond human maps, a lone explorer named Alex stepped out of his small spacecraft. The sky above was a strange mix of green and purple, and the air shimmered with a soft, glowing mist. He had heard stories of an abandoned palace somewhere on this planet, but he never expected to find it so intact, so alive. The palace was enormous, with towers that seemed to touch the sky. Its walls were smooth, shining with a strange metal that reflected the colors of the sky. Alex's heart raced with excitement and fear. Every step he took echoed loudly in the empty halls, and the silence made him feel both amazed and uneasy. He walked carefully through a massive archway and entered a large chamber. The room was filled with strange artifacts, glowing crystals, floating holograms, and alien symbols etched into the walls. But in the center of the chamber, something caught his attention like nothing else: a glass coffin. Inside lay a woman. Not just any woman, but an alien princess, frozen in time. Her long hair floated gently around her face, and her skin glowed with a faint, otherworldly light. She looked peaceful, almost like she was sleeping, yet something about her presence made the air feel heavier, as if the room itself was watching Alex. He stepped closer, unable to take his eyes off her. Strange energy began to hum around the coffin. The crystals in the room pulsed with light, casting dancing shadows across the walls. Alex reached out, curious and cautious, and touched the cold glass. Suddenly, a soft glow spread across the princess's body. The air seemed to vibrate. Alex stumbled back, his heart pounding. The symbols on the walls lit up one by one, forming shapes and patterns he did not understand. Then, almost imperceptibly, the princess's eyes fluttered open. Alex froze. Her eyes were unlike anything he had ever seen, a deep, swirling color that seemed to contain galaxies. She looked at him for a long moment, silent, as if trying to understand who he was. Alex wanted to speak, to explain that he meant no harm, but the words caught in his throat. The room grew warmer, the hum louder. Alex realized the palace was not abandoned, it had been waiting for someone like him to arrive. Every object, every beam of light, every shadow seemed to react to the princess's awakening. "Who are you?" Alex finally whispered, though he knew she might not understand him. The princess's lips moved slightly, but no sound came out. Instead, the light in her eyes seemed to speak, telling a story older than anything Alex had ever known. She had slept for centuries, trapped in a silent prison, and now, she was awake. As Alex watched, awe and fear mixed inside him. He had no idea what dangers or wonders were hidden in this ancient palace. One thing was certain: his life had just changed forever. And with that, the first mystery had begun to unfold. The princess did not move like a human waking from sleep. She rose slowly, almost as if she were part of the palace itself. Her eyes, deep and swirling like distant galaxies, scanned the room. They paused on Alex, the human who had broken centuries of silence. For a moment, she said nothing, not because she could not, but because she was remembering everything. Alex stepped back, unsure if he should speak or run. "Are you awake?" he asked, voice trembling. The princess tilted her head, studying him like one studies an insect. Then she spoke softly, her voice melodic, alien, yet clear enough for Alex to understand. "Where am I?" This is your palace," Alex said quickly. I found it. It's been abandoned for a long time, right?" The princess blinked slowly. "Abandoned? Or forgotten?" Her voice carried a weight that made Alex shiver. He realized she remembered a world he could not even imagine. A world of wars, betrayals, and power that spanned galaxies. She stepped toward a wall that glowed with moving symbols. As she touched it, the wall shifted, revealing a hologram. Scenes of a great city appeared, towering spires, flying ships, and armies clashing under alien skies. The princess's lips moved silently, recounting names and events Alex did not know. Yet, somehow, he understood, or at least, he felt the emotion. "They fought, they feared, they lost," she whispered, tears forming in eyes that had not known time in centuries. Alex wanted to comfort her, but he did not know how. He had never seen such power mixed with such sorrow. Then he noticed it, the palace itself was reacting. Crystals pulsed faster, lights flickered, and distant doors opened, revealing shadowed corridors. It was as if the building were alive, breathing, remembering the princess's presence. Suddenly, a low rumble shook the floor. The princess froze. Her gaze turned toward the palace entrance, where shadows moved like creeping smoke. Alex followed her eyes, and his stomach dropped. The palace was not empty. Something or someone had been waiting. Waiting for her awakening. "Who is there?" Alex asked, but the princess did not answer. Instead, she walked toward the shadows, confident and fearless, as if the danger had been part of her long life. She turned to him, eyes glowing faintly. "This world, my world, is not safe." "Not yet." "But you are part of it now." Alex swallowed hard. Fear and excitement battled inside him. He had discovered a sleeping alien princess, a palace full of secrets, and now a lurking threat that neither of them fully understood. The hum of the palace grew louder, almost like a warning. Every step Alex took felt heavier. He realized that waking a princess had not just changed her life, it had changed the balance of this ancient place. And as the shadows moved closer, the story of the alien princess, the human, and the forgotten galaxy began to unfold in ways Alex could never have imagined. A deafening crash echoed through the palace halls, as if the very walls had awakened in anger. Shadows, dark and twisting, spilled across the polished floor, moving like living smoke. The princess's eyes flared with an unearthly light, and Alex felt a chill crawl up his spine. This was no ordinary danger, it was ancient, powerful, and patient. The air around them vibrated. Metallic drones, long dormant, whirred to life. Their glowing eyes fixed on the princess and on Alex. The palace had waited centuries for this moment, and now its defenses had activated. Alex grabbed a nearby shard of crystal, unsure if it could even harm the drones. "Princess, what do we do?" he shouted over the mechanical hum. She did not answer immediately. Her gaze swept the hall, calm but intense, as if calculating moves in a game that had lasted centuries. Then she raised her hand. A wave of energy surged from her, stopping the drones midair. They hovered like startled birds, shaking, unable to move. Alex watched, wide-eyed. "You can control them?" She shook her head slowly. "No. I can only stop them, for now. The palace knows me. But it does not forgive easily." A door at the far end of the hall burst open, revealing a figure cloaked in shadows, the princess's enemy. Alex could feel the darkness radiating from him, a hatred that had survived centuries. He stepped forward slowly, weapons at the ready, but the princess placed a hand on his shoulder. "Wait," she said. "He is not just my enemy. He is the reason I slept. He waits for revenge, and for control of this world." The shadow moved, and the drones surged forward again. The princess and Alex ran through twisting corridors, dodging traps and lasers that had lain dormant for ages. Every step revealed more of the palace's secrets, hidden rooms filled with alien technology, maps of distant worlds, and recordings of battles long forgotten. At the heart of the palace, the enemy cornered them. Alex tensed, expecting the worst. But the princess stepped forward, her hands glowing with energy. With a single gesture, she summoned a force that sent the shadow crashing backward. The enemy lay defeated, at least for now. But as Alex looked at her, he realized this was only the beginning. The princess had awakened not just to a new life, but to a galaxy that had moved on without her. She turned to him, her eyes softening. "You came into my world, and you stayed. That choice has changed everything." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of their journey. Together, they would rebuild what was lost. Together, they would face the dangers that still lurked in the universe. And as the palace hummed with renewed life, a new story began, one of hope, courage, and a human and an alien princess standing side by side against the mysteries of a vast, unexplored galaxy. If you liked the video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.